Hey Jack, have you ever felt like your English at work is good, but not quite impressive enough? Like you want to sound more professional and confident when talking to your boss or colleagues?
Oh, definitely, Sarah. I think many of us feel that way. But the good news is there are some powerful business English phrases that can really help you stand out and impress your boss. Today on Dream Speak English, we're going to share 15 of those phrases that you can start using right away.
That sounds amazing. Let's start with the phrase that shows you're ready to take responsibility. Instead of just saying, I'll do it, try saying, I'll take ownership of this project. It sounds much stronger and shows leadership.
Exactly. When you say that, you're telling your boss you're serious about the success of the task. It's a great way to show initiative. And speaking of working with others, here's another useful phrase. I'm happy to collaborate with the team on this. It shows you're a team player, which bosses love.
Right, Jack. Collaboration is key in business. Saying this phrase sounds positive and proactive, much better than just, I'll work with them. Now, what if you want to suggest a new idea? Instead of being direct, try, may I suggest an alternative approach? It's polite and professional.
That's a great one, Sarah. It shows you're thinking critically and offering solutions without sounding pushy. And if you ever need more information or don't understand something, don't just say, I don't get it. Instead say, could you please clarify this point for me? It sounds respectful and shows you want to understand fully.
Absolutely. And here's a phrase that shows you're proactive. I've anticipated some challenges and prepared solutions. It tells your boss you're not just reacting to problems, but planning ahead.
That's impressive, Sarah. And when you finish a project, don't just say, I finished it. Say, I've successfully delivered the project ahead of schedule. It highlights your efficiency and reliability.
Yes, and if you want to show you're open to learning, say, I'm eager to receive feedback to enhance my performance. It shows humility and a growth mindset, which bosses really appreciate.
Good point. When updating your boss, try, here's a brief update on the current status. It sounds organized and respectful of their time.
And if you need to negotiate deadlines or resources, say, could we discuss the timeline to ensure quality delivery? It's polite and shows you care about doing a good job.
When you want to highlight your role, say, I played a key role in achieving the team's objectives. It's confident but not boastful.
And in meetings, if you agree with someone, say, I completely agree with that perspective. It shows you're engaged and supportive.
But if you disagree, be polite. I see your point, but may I offer a different perspective? It opens the door for discussion without conflict.
If you need help, say, could I get your guidance on this matter? It shows respect for your boss's experience.
And to summarize a meeting, say, to recap, here are the key takeaways. It shows you're organized and focused.
Finally, to close a conversation or email professionally, say, please let me know if you need any further information. It's polite and leaves communication open.
These 15 phrases are powerful tools, Sarah, but remember, knowing them is just the first step. The real key is practicing them in your daily work conversations and emails.
Exactly, Jack. Practice makes perfect. Use these phrases naturally, and soon you'll sound more confident and professional at work. Now that we've covered those 15 powerful business English phrases, let's talk about how to use them effectively in real work situations. PV, what's your advice for someone who wants to sound natural and confident when using these phrases?
Great question, MA. The key is context. You don't want to just memorize phrases and use them randomly. Instead, understand when and how to use each phrase. For example, if you're in a meeting and want to take responsibility, saying, I'll take ownership of this project fits perfectly when your boss asks who will lead a task.
Exactly. And when you're working with colleagues, phrases like, I'm happy to collaborate with the team on this, show you're a team player. It's all about showing the right attitude at the right time.
Let's imagine a scenario. You're asked to suggest a new way to improve a process. Instead of saying, I think we should do it differently, try, may I suggest an alternative approach? It sounds more professional and respectful.
And if you're unclear about instructions, don't hesitate to say, could you please clarify this point for me? It shows you want to do the job right and respect your boss's guidance.
Another important tip is to use these phrases in emails as well as in conversations. For example, when updating your boss, you can write, "Here's a brief update on the current status." It's clear and professional.
Or when you finish a project early, you might say in an email, "I've successfully delivered the project ahead of schedule." It highlights your efficiency and dedication.
And don't forget to ask for feedback. Saying, "I'm eager to receive feedback to enhance my performance," shows you're open to learning and improving.
Now, let's talk about tone. Using these phrases with the right tone is just as important as the words themselves. You want to sound confident but not arrogant, polite but not weak.
Right. For example, when you say, "Could we discuss the timeline to ensure quality delivery?" your tone should be respectful and collaborative, not demanding.
And when you disagree, saying, "I see your point, but may I offer a different perspective," with a calm and friendly tone invites discussion rather than conflict.
Practice is essential. Try role-playing with a friend or recording yourself using these phrases. Listen to how you sound and adjust your tone to be clear and confident.
Also, pay attention to body language. When you say, "I'll take ownership of this project," make eye contact and speak with conviction. It reinforces your message.
Let's not forget about cultural differences. In some cultures, direct communication is valued, while in others, indirect and polite language is preferred. These phrases help you strike the right balance in international business settings.
Good point, PV. Using polite phrases like, "May I suggest," or "Could you please," shows respect and professionalism, which is appreciated worldwide.
Another tip is to personalize these phrases. Don't just repeat them word for word. Adapt them to fit your style and the situation. For example, instead of always saying, "I'm happy to collaborate," you might say, "I look forward to working with the team."
That makes your communication sound more natural and genuine. People respond better when you sound authentic.
Now, let's talk about common mistakes when using these phrases. Sometimes learners use them too formally in casual situations, which can sound awkward.
Yes, it's important to match the formality of your language to the situation. In a casual chat with colleagues, you might say, "I'm happy to help," instead of the more formal, "I'm happy to collaborate with the team on this."
And don't overuse these phrases. Using them too often can make your speech sound rehearsed or unnatural. Use them when they add value to your message.
Exactly. The goal is to sound professional and confident, not robotic.
To help you practice, here are some exercises. First, write an email to your boss using at least 5 of these phrases. Then, practice saying them out loud in front of a mirror or with a friend.
Another exercise is to listen to business meetings or podcasts and notice how native speakers use similar phrases. Try to imitate their tone and style.
And remember, improvement takes time. Be patient with yourself and keep practicing regularly.
Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Dream Speak English for more tips to boost your business English.
And don't forget to comment below which phrase you're going to start using today. We love hearing from you.
See you next time, and keep speaking confidently.
Bye, everyone.